Once upon a time, there was a beautiful planet called Earth. It was full of life, with vast oceans, towering mountains, and lush forests. Animals of all shapes and sizes roamed the land, and birds filled the sky with their songs. But as time passed, humans emerged and began to dominate the planet. They built cities, cleared forests, and polluted the air and water. The animals and plants that once thrived began to disappear, and the once pristine environment began to deteriorate. Many people recognized the damage that was being done to the planet and began to work to protect the environment. They created laws to limit pollution, set aside protected areas of land, and developed technologies to reduce waste and improve energy efficiency. As people began to take action, the environment slowly began to recover. Plants began to grow where there had been barren wastelands, and animals that had disappeared began to return to their habitats. The air and water began to clear, and the world began to look more like the beautiful planet it had once been. But there was still much work to be done. People continued to use resources at an unsustainable rate, and pollution continued to threaten the health of the planet. Those who cared about the environment knew that they needed to continue to work to protect it, not just for themselves, but for future generations. And so they did. They continued to advocate for laws and policies that protected the environment, and they continued to develop new technologies that allowed people to live in harmony with the planet. They taught their children the importance of caring for the environment and of being good stewards of the earth. Over time, the environment continued to improve, and people learned to live in a way that was sustainable and harmonious with the natural world. The planet was once again full of life, and people lived in harmony with the plants and animals that called it home. And so the story of the environment on Earth came full circle. It was a story of destruction, but also of hope and redemption. It showed that when people worked together to protect the planet, anything was possible, and that the Earth would always be a place of wonder and beauty for all to enjoy.